if you want to take a fairly good idea, a fairly decent initiative with good intentions, and turn it into a major fiasco, here's how to do it. So you package a benefit for the poor and the needy, and you make it available to only some of the poor and the needy. Then you make the organization and the criteria so loose and so vague that nobody really knows what's going on and people run around like headless chickens. And you make the communication so vague that, again, the rumors abound and people are dashing back and forth like chickens at feeding time. And that is the great Christmas voucher fiasco for the needy. And I first heard about this thing about a year or two ago. I was at a function, and during a break, someone almost whispered to me that the counselor has vouchers, looking left and right. And it was said in a tone of, don't tell anyone. Now, folks, when something like this, which is for the needy people of South Africa, is a state secret and it's being whispered, then you know that something is very, very rotten in the state of Denmark. And this raises a bunch of questions. Number one, if you're going to give a benefit to the needy and the desperate, why would you give it only to some and have people scrambling over one another, almost fighting one another for this thing? Is this just the way we strip people of their dignity in South Africa? Number two, why in South Africa would you open another door to nepotism, favoritism, fraud, corruption, and all the other wonderful things that make us such a great country? Now, we have some councillors who do an excellent job, but it's common cause that there are many, many more who excel only in fraud, incompetence, cheating, and the other really lovely stuff that we know of. The next thing is, if cost is an issue, then do it differently. Why not do it in a way that you could give a little benefit to everybody? It's not nuclear physics. You see, the thing is, I guarantee you that there are some people who really need those vouchers far more than many who've got them, but will never get within sight, will never smell them. They have a snowball's chance in hell because they don't have the contacts, they don't have the connections, they might be frail, and they might not even know that this thing exists. And if they do know, they don't know how the hell it works, because that's what's going on. In the residence that I live in, there's been so much anger and so many accusations over this thing. Some people were going around taking names, and when people asked, they said, oh, no, we're only taking A and C names. Now, guys, okay, I don't know if that's happening with other parties, but that's unethical. If you want a sure way to divide people and make them angry, you got it. And I'm pretty sure that it's also illegal, because that money does not belong to the ANC. Those are your rates and your taxes. But this is the kind of mess that reminds me of a scene from The Magnificent Seven, a classic Western. Somebody talks about a guy who stripped off all his clothes, jumped into a cactus bush, and when he was asked why, he said, it seemed like a good idea at the time. And I bet you there is a government official, some official somewhere, sitting with his head in his hands and saying exactly that. It seemed like a good idea at the time. And guys, in South Africa, we've got to stop running with these half-baked ideas that lead us down the same muddy road that got us into the swamp that we are in right now. Some time back, I cannibalized Celine Dion's The Heart Will Go On. So I'd like to sing you a little excerpt of that at your own risk, of course. And here's how it goes. Once more, you open a door. It's an invite to loot even more. You touch it one time, it's stuffed for a lifetime and never will work anymore. ANC, wherever you are, I believe that your cock will go on and on. And on that musical note, for more straightforward comment, read my blog, The Scuffle Continues. My books are on Amazon Kindle. Richard J. Mann. Have an absolutely wonderful day. And if you manage to get your hands on a voucher, hey, good luck to you. Cheers.